So dear students, welcome to my YouTube channel PCM Academy, and today I am going to start a new topics, that is electrostatics. For IT JAM, JEST, NET, GATE, all the competitive exam syllabus will be covered. The course is designed in such a way. Okay, so let me start these topics, and the very first topics of this electricity and magnetism is electrostatics, you can say. Okay, so let me start with these topics of electrostatics, and as the name suggests that this is the electricity for rest charge. Okay, so we will see or we will study the properties of a rest charge. Actually if it will give some effects on its surrounding. So the whole things that we are going to study here, obviously when the charge is at rest. Okay, so please keep in mind this thing, when charge is at rest. So let me first understand about some properties of charge. So let me understand first about charge and its properties. Okay, so what is actually mean by charge? If you want to know the definition of charge, I can give you a very naive definition of charge, because I'm just at this moment or at this stage I'm just want to I just want to ignore the concept of hypercharge or something like this, the concept of particle physics. I'm not going to that detail, but I can give you a very naive definition of charge, that it is just a fundamental property of matter. You can say that this is just a fundamental property of matter. Okay, fundamental properties of matter. So at this stage it is sufficient to say that it is just a fundamental property of matter. Okay, fundamental property of matter. And you might have studied about more fundamental properties other than charge, something like mass or length, etc. So this mass is also a fundamental property of matter, due to which the gravitational interaction will act. Due to which gravitational interaction we can see in nature, gravitational interaction due to the property of matter mass. Similarly, due to the property of matter charge, we will see some electrical effects like electric force, you can say electric force or electric effect, or you can say some magnetic effect also, because when charge is at rest it will show only electric effect, but when it will be moving, then it will give you some magnetic effect also. And when it will be accelerated, it will give electromagnetic radiation, something that kind of situation we will study one by one. Okay, so actually in the total course of electricity and magnetism or electromagnetic theory, you can say we are just see in each and every topics of electricity and magnetism or electromagnetic theory, we will just see the various properties of charges one by one. So first, when we talk about electrostatics, we will see the properties of charge when it is at rest. We will study about magnetic field. We will see the charge is at uniform motion, and when we will see the electromagnetic waves, Maxwell's equation, something like that, electromagnetic wave, then there we will see about the accelerated charge particle. We will study the property of accelerated charge particle. We will see the effects of accelerated charge particle. So there are three states of a charge particle, and based on which the whole syllabus of electrodynamics or electricity and magnetism is made. And what is this? The thing will be more clear to you if I am giving you in list. Okay, so please see, this is a three state of charge. Okay, so first the state is charge at rest, or static charge, you can say charge at rest. So it will give you only the electric effect, and more clearly you can tell that it will give you electric field. But if you talk about moving charge, but obviously the at uniform motion moving charge, but v is equal to constant, moving charge but v is equal to constant, that will be uniform motion. So it will give you electric field as well as magnetic field. Okay, as well as magnetic field. But if you talk about accelerated charge particle, okay, accelerated charge, then what we will see? We will see here v not equal to constant, that means that there is acceleration, and in that case you will see electric field, magnetic field, and as well as you will see the electromagnetic radiation. and that is the topics of actually electromagnetic waves. So in this section we will study about electromagnetic waves. Okay, and in this section we will study about current, electricity, and obviously at the same time the magnetic field. And when charge is at rest, we will see electric field. We will study about electric field. Okay, so these three property of three state of charge, you can say this three state of charge will give you the complete syllabus, the complete study of electrodynamics, that is electricity and magnetism. Okay, so we will see one by one all these topics, but let me start with this electrostatics first. So charge is at rest, so let me understand about the basic properties of electric charge. Okay, you might have studied this thing in your class 12th class. Okay, but I like to remind you all these things. Okay, so this is just the introduction class, just a revision class, you can say. So I'm going to start about the properties of charges. Okay, so what are the properties of charges? Properties of charges. So what are the property? And the very first property, you can say that charge is a scalar quantity. I like to say that charge is a scalar quantity, is a scalar quantity. Okay, and its unit, you know, its unit, if you talk about its CGS unit, then its CGS unit is ESU of charge, ESU of charge, or you can say stat coulomb, you can say stat coulomb. Okay, so please keep in mind this CGS unit, you cannot say it's only ESU. Okay, you have to say ESU of charge, because there is another unit also, ESU for potential. So in that case we have to write ESU of potential, and the otherwise you can use this stat coulomb. Okay, and the another unit is in SI unit, you know, and that is just coulomb denoted as C, and there is a relation between this, that is 1 coulomb is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 9 ESU of charge. So you have to remind this thing, this is the very basic things. Okay, so this is the first property of charge, you can say. Now I can give you the second property, and that is the that two kinds of charge are there. Okay, two kinds of charge are there. One is positive charge, you can say positive charge that can be denoted by plus Q, and another is a negative charge which is denoted by minus Q, and these are just convention. Please keep in mind, these are just convention to show that the behavior of this charge is something different from this. Okay, that's why we use this plus and minus signs. Okay, so there is no significant and no other significance of this plus. This is just convention to denote the two different kinds of charge. Okay, and the next property, you can say, I like to give you the property number 3. Okay, so this is what in property number 3 you can say that like charges okay, repel each other, like charges repel each other, and unlike charges attract each other, and unlike charges attract each other. Okay, so these are very basic concept. I think you know this, but I like to remind you just the properties of charge. And the fourth property is most important property that I like to say, that charge is the intrinsic property, of electron and proton, intrinsic property of electron and proton. Why I am saying this, you can understand. Electron and proton. Okay, this is just an intrinsic property of electron and proton. Why? Because you know, if you know the atomic structure, then obviously you know that in nucleus the plus charge, the protons are there in the nucleus, and in the outer orbit the electrons are orbiting. Okay, and atom is neutral because the number of electrons and the number of protons are same. Now if you rub or something like that, then what will happen? some electrons will, suppose you rub this object with another object, so some electrons will move from here. So if the electrons will be moving from this object to this object, then here, as there is a deficiency of electrons, so this will acquire a positive charge, and this will acquire equal number of, or equal amount of negative charge. Okay, so you can see, due to transfer of electron, or if possible due to transfer of proton, but as this is in the nucleus, you cannot transfer the proton. Okay, so if you can only transfer the electron from one object to another object, and that's why when we will rub one object with another object, then frictional electricity will appear, and this is only due to the fact that the transfer of electron. So if electron is transferred, then one object will acquire negative charge and the other objects will acquire positive charge. So in this situation you can say that the charge is only the intrinsic property of electron and the proton also, because this will carry, if here is the excess electrons, then it will negative, if deficiency of electron, it will positive. So the positive and negative charge is actually the intrinsic property of electron and proton. Okay, and we know the electron has charge minus, that is E is equal to minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, and proton has charge plus E, and that is plus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. But a neutron, in the nucleus there is a neutron also, but neutron has a neutral particle. Neutral is a neutral particle, it do not acquire any charge. Okay, and the fifth property, that is also very important property, that is the quantization of charge. Okay, so you can say the property number 5, that is charge is quantized. Charge is quantized, and the quantum of charge is E. Quantum of charge is E, and we know E is the charge of electron, 1.6 into 10 to the minus 19 coulomb. Okay, so if any of the objects acquire charge, then this Q must be equal to plus minus Ne. So this is the quantization of charge, because when the charge is transferred from one object to another object, so it will be the multiple of electron, because transfer of electron will be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. So the fractional transfer of electron cannot be possible. Okay, so obviously this will form this kinds of relation, that is Q is equal to plus minus Ne, and here N is equal to 1, 2, 3 dot dot. And you know other kinds of quantized quantity, like other than charge, there is a conserved quantity, that is angular momentum, and another is also energy. These are also the quantized quantity, and the quantum of energy h nu, so we can write is E equal to n into h nu, and similarly the angular momentum L is equal to n into h by 2 pi. So I am just adding another quantized quantity with these two, that is the charge. Charge is also a quantized quantity, so and its quantum is just E. Okay, so this is a very important concept that I should give you here. Okay, and the another thing, there is a if you talk about this quantization of charge, so fractional electric charge cannot be possible. You can say here that fractional electric charge is not possible. But theoretically we can see this fractional charge in quark. We will see in particle physics, we will study about this quark, and there you can see the quark has the fractional electric charge. Like if you talk about up quark, that is U, and its charge plus 2 by 3 E. And if you talk about down quark, so there are 6 types of quark, and another is down quark, and that is minus 1 by 3. And I am going to give you only these two kinds of quark, because the proton and neutron will form with this up and down quark. Okay, and if you talk about the quark combination of proton and neutron, there is no quark combination of electron. We will see later on. Okay, in nuclear physics, particle physics. Okay, so what is the quark combination of proton? So quark combination of proton is, you can say, U D D. Okay, and quark combination of neutron is, sorry, U U D, and this is U D D. And you can check, because U has the charge plus 2e by 3 and D has the charge minus e by 3.